Well, welcome back to the Red Room in Hybrid Heaven. This is the last of the variously colored rooms where we have to kill a certain number of enemies, which are actually varied, unlike the previous locations.
Yep, from here on out, there are no colors in any room. It's all just clear, transparent, and you have to make your way through this maze.
No, that would be a glitch. That would be something I'd expect from a Nintendo 64 game, obviously. But yeah, there are some extras we can pick up along the way. Like this ice shot. Ice shot is like the best. Since I may have said this before, but I will say it again. If an enemy is frozen, they not only receive damage from the attack that froze them, they also receive additional damage from anything inflicted upon them later on. So like you can freeze somebody and then also unleash a combo on them, and it will deal twice as much damage.
So what I'm here is just save like every ice shot you find for the final boss.
Save most of the shots for the final boss. I wouldn't say save them for a specific boss fight. Specific boss fight with one of the most annoying guys who will like heal himself constantly. For the final stretch of the game, the shots are definitely useful because one of the bosses just sort of says fuck it to the general standards of how this battle system works, which makes it a little bit annoying. So just using the shots balances it out. The final boss is actually really fun to do, like without scumming it with items. However, it also happens like an hour since the last save. So yeah, I'm not gonna be taking chances. Had this game had some sort of a continue feature, if you happen to lose during a fight, like a more modern RPG would do. This is zajęty. Nie. Now, in this room, we have 2 doors, I believe. And the only thing we're just gonna have to fight the Zelda boss that's somewhere around here.
I don't know, Nico. I'm thinking about it. I think I'd prefer to go through a 2-hour-long cutscene, fight an hour-long boss, and then another hour-long boss, and die right before I'm about to kill him, and then have to sit through all that all over again. That sounds a lot more fun to me.
Oh, there it goes. I was confused. The Zelda boss comes after this. But yeah, another good thing another thing to use, like if you're actually gonna use an ice shot, immediately before using the ice shot, use a speed enhancer. Maybe not speed enhancer, but like the item that makes you recover power quicker, like the power booster.
That damage.
So, because like you will have to use a turn in order to actually use the in order to use the ice shot, and then you will not be able to do a 5-hit combo. I would say it's better to do a 4-hit combo rather than to risk it and wait. I haven't had enough chances to actually like try it, you know, since you know there are only very few ice shots that you even get in the game. But generally, before you will load another turn, the enemy will fall out by that point. So it's best to just do a 4-hit combo instead of waiting for a full 5 plus an extra.
Right.
The third punch combo. There we go, charged punch. There are several different attacks you can get depending on which combination you do. But yeah, like you may as well just keep using one. It's just gonna keep getting stronger.
One really buff combo.
Yeah, I mean, the same combination can be like you will also get a charged punch if you, for example, do right hook, left hook, right hook, left hook, or was it right uppercut, left uppercut, right uppercut, left uppercut. It's just like if I have only focused on the right arm, so it makes no sense to do the other one, you know.
There's also really a buff arm and one really buff leg.
There's also a combo which uses like pretty much all of the parts of your body. But yeah, that one's even less efficient because then like half of the attacks are not as good. Definitely. But it's most certainly true that you do not need any proficiency in the attack that you're including in the combo, because I was also able to pull off a combo on another occasion with just using the left punches, and you know that I never use those.
I feel insulted that you actually used them for once.
I mean, it was for science.
So why the random jump there? Were you just celebrating that you found a life charger?
No, because yeah, I guess you could say that.
Alright, so now we need to find the green room.
Oh, so there was one more location. I just didn't remember it being colored because it's white.
Wow, racist.
It's fine, you can be racist towards white people.
Apparently, yes. Thanks, Tumblr.
Aha! Advantage. Because I totally know where its head is. And this, I am going to demonstrate why getting an advantage is one of the most difficult things to do in the game. And we're done. Just like that. This is why they don't let you get advantages very easily.
And yet, despite that, you still didn't get an S rank.
I got a double S rank.
Yeah, but it's not an S rank, Nico. You continue to disappoint me.
You continue to disappoint me by exceeding my expectation by 100%.
Yeah. You have to program, Nico.
I expect
Don't you know
to
that
do
the whole
worse.
philosophy is to do good and not the best? Otherwise, you can't raise your high score easily.
That is true. Then you cannot get more EXP upon replay if you've already gotten all of the EXP.
Exactly.
It's sort of how 10,000 bullets worked. Like you could replay any level, but they would only ever give you the difference of how much EXP more you got compared to what you have already been awarded for that stage. So you can't really grind in it, but it sort of works. Okay, and one more bonus room with all of them bonus stuffs.
Bonus ducks.
Get bonus.
Life charger M.
But yeah, the reason why I always jump after getting something is because I'm skipping over the, you know, that you got a thing box.
Are you sure? I thought that was just like your Zelda victory animation.
Da 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 da. Like, you know, showing the thing that you got to the camera, but instead just jumping in happiness and forgetting to do that anyway.
Like whenever you win a battle in a classic Final Fantasy.
Yes, where they do a little dance made up of 2 frames. And another one of these rooms. It's really hard to read the map in this compression. Hurricane Shot, probably one of the most useless ones. I mean, elemental damage is a thing in this game, that's for certain. However, when it comes to like doing damage to the enemies, there's no way you're gonna actually know which one is the most effective, because the enemies themselves don't really have any sort of thing that would indicate what element would be most effective against them. Except for the bosses that we're gonna be fighting next, but the way the elemental circle works has never been established anywhere. But that's sort of how this game goes.
Well, Nico, whenever you need to figure that out, just pull out your Pokedex. They have that for aliens, right?
No, they actually don't.
Damn. That could have been helpful.
I mean, the Pokédex didn't actually have that information as far as I recall.
What, you've never seen the anime? Of course it does.
The Pokédex was in the anime was also really sassy.
Yes.
Well, that looks important. Too bad there isn't any way to get there. Maybe I can deactivate it with my puny diffuser.
And then suddenly it actually works.
That would have been hilarious. Oops. Wow. It's good that floor wasn't lava in this instance. And now we're getting to the part that I thought we were getting to before. Just, you know, this room just looks very identical. We can go 2 ways. Each one of these rooms contains a Zelda boss.
That was actually a really cool intro.
Yes. They sort of decided to do a theme for these, and like, I am not joking. This is like, you are kind of doing a Zelda bosses. Like, they're all themed after an element. This is the ice elemental one, which means it's potentially the most dangerous ones because it fucking has ice breath, which it can use, thankfully, on a very specific distance and not like shoot at you from a very far away. That's what one of the other bosses does. The one on which the one which I had in mind when I said save your ice shots for a specific occasion.
Spam back.
Thankfully, the hitbox for his attacks are incredibly specific, which means that if you do actually like step back from where he's aiming at, you will most likely already be outside of his range. And when you're up close, he's likely not going to use the ice breath. So the general strategy for this fight: run around like a madman until your turns have recovered, and then do a combo.
Do the Falcon Punch.
See, I was like a step away from where he was aiming at. A good thing to use for this fight, I can tell you, like in hindsight, that it's a good idea. Use the power booster, because you definitely get enough of these to use them on at least most of the bosses from this point onwards. Especially since there is quite a track from the last... no, actually, there isn't... there isn't as big of a track from the last save point. However, there are no save points in between the bosses in this area, I believe. And by the way, if you are running while he casts that ice breath on you, pretty much no chance he will hit you. Almost, I want to say, because the same rules apply as when enemy moves. They still have to finish their attacking animation. However, yours, compared to most enemies, is actually fairly short. So yeah, we have now freed the elemental spirit of ice. And he left us with the life charger.
Why not money?